and other platforms. So malware. Moving on to malware, it is a software that is intentionally designed to 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 cause disruption to the computer system or server to exploit the private information organization or a person might hold. And another form of cybersecurity risks is bullying. So on social media, this is very common these days, as people negatively comment on things, and and affect the mental state of a person through cyberbullying. And sexual abuse, the cases of this sexual abuse are increasing these days. Let us look at some terminologies associated with uh, sexual abuse. Cyber grooming, basically elder adults uh, or these abusers, what they do is they try to uh, allure unsuspecting people or innocent people through toffees, or for some types of gifts and certain things that a person might like, and they exploit them. And child form of sexual abuses include child pornography and stuff that are banned by the government but exist on dark web. A video, I would like to share a video on this topic as
So now we'll be dealing on the risks that are faced by different social media companies themselves regarding cybersecurity issues. So next slide, please. Facebook, a major social media giant that was nearly 3 billion active users, has had to deal with a number of cybersecurity issues of their own. These risks are associated as much with the security policy of the company as with the deliberate misuse of platform themselves. So next slide, please. Facebook has faced a steady stream of controversies over how it handles user privacy and has repeatedly adjusted its privacy settings and policies accordingly. It has also faced and settled a number of lawsuits over the years, legal cases that includes cases that involve exposure of personal details such as phone numbers and even passwords of millions of users, and there are a number of security bugs associated with privacy that compromise user security. Similarly, it has faced data breaches that have been an infamous topic of concern in Facebook, experiencing major breaches in the years 2018, 19, and 20 as well. And these issues has forced the company to introduce bug bounty program itself as well, which encourages common users to deal with the security holes encountered on the Facebook websites itself. Similarly, misinformation has also been a recent issue that has come to light quite recently. That misinformation has led to violence and even major political scuffles in elections and throughout the nations of the world as well. And it is a quite recent issue compared to the other ones. And Facebook has and corrected and to prevent misinformation spread on the media. We'll be dealing with some of the case studies later on in our presentation, but for now, I'd like to call Sanjay to carry on the presentation for Twitter.
Thank you, Nikhil. Now, all of us know what Twitter is. It's basically one of the most popular microblogging and social network sites. But why Twitter is one of the favorites for cyber criminals? Firstly, Twitter has a massive pool of 368 million monthly active users, which means more target for cyber criminals. Besides this, Twitter is lightweight. It is popular. The spamming process is more easier with the retweets in Twitter. Next slide. Let's talk about spamming. Twitter reports that an estimate of roughly 5% of total accounts are spam bots. Twitter spams are home for the Russian criminal underground, mainly spamming with the cracked software and pirated movies. Cyber criminals also use spamming to persuade people to send cryptocurrency or digital currency to online wallets for prices that don't exist. A big percentage of the Twitter users fall victim to a lot of crypto scams lately. Spam celebrities or politicians, and to create a hostile environment for them, public image of popular figures. Next slide. Account. Phishing websites often look just like Twitter login page, but some service came under fire because a lot of users figure here. Next slide. अहिले आएको छ हाउस
सर
In Twitter, cyber criminals mostly abuse Twitter by creating fake accounts and impersonation of popular figures. Lately, Twitter Blue premium subscription service made it easier for cyber criminals to abuse the system. These fake accounts spam false information, and some fake accounts also have target of degrading the public image of a popular figure. Using these fake accounts, cyber criminals also organize mass amount of scams. An example is shown here in the figure. Now, for the rest of the presentation, I would like to call Santosh Pangeni.
So, speaking of some case studies about major data breaches, we will be talking about. Next slide. The Cambridge Analytica scandal. So up until 2014, so third-party parties could easily collect data and information from Facebook by providing different quizzes and questionnaires to the users. So a researcher in 2014, a researcher collected information from about 30 to 50 million users, which was later sold to Cambridge Analytica for commercial purposes and later used in the 2016 US presidential election to influence the result. Next slide. So the 2017 Equifax data breach. Equifax is a credit reporting bureau in the North America, especially both in United States and Canada. So in 2017 there was a data breach that started in May 13 and was later shut down in July 30. So during the whole duration of the breach, there were almost 148 million users who were directly affected. Data stolen include dispute documents, credit card numbers, social security numbers, home addresses, birth dates, and driver license. So when the breach was later announced to the public, the vulnerability was actually found in the company's website software due to lack of regular update and patching. Next. So similarly, the 2018 Google Plus data leak. Google Plus was a social networking service that was operated and owned by Google. It linked together Google Drive, Blogger, and YouTube, and was aimed to be a competitor to major social networking sites such as Facebook, Twitter. But actually in 2018, there was a major data breach due to which personal information of about 52.5 million Google users was leaked. So months later, the cause of the breach was found, which was actually just lack of security testing and monitoring from the Google side, and later Google Plus was discontinued. Similarly, the 2019 Twitter bug. In 2019, Twitter was fined by the EU for leaking personal information of about 8 million users. The leaked information includes phone numbers, emails, and protected tweets. So speaking about strategies for protection from cybersecurity risk in social media, I'm quite sure all of you already know about it and just seen a video about it too, but let me repeat it nonetheless. So we must all use strong and unique passwords. We must enable two-factor authentication for better security. We must be cautious about clicking on links or downloading attachments from the internet. We must regularly update our softwares and applications we use. We must use VPN when surfing through the internet. And last but not the least, we must be mindful of the information that we share online. Thank you.